here. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. One, when I said that shit, Savage, about doing fat camp in your house, again, I was led to believe that it was T-Pack. Again, sorry, T-Pack. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Who started all this?
I'm just going to give you, and Stitches can tell you as well, be very careful taking any information from Tina unless you fact check it.
I hear you. I've been watching. The other thing is, there is like some misinformation here with you. When I said you guys are blocking us, we called you. You blocked our number. It went right to voicemail. Me and Mike both did.
I have not blocked you.
I'm now communicating with you on Discord, which I called you on Discord. You didn't answer that.
I was busy. I was out to dinner with my mother.
Okay, that's fine.
And then you had a dance recital, and I've got pictures that you sent me and Val of that. So
I've been gone all day.
We're not.
I just hope you guys can acknowledge this crazy slanderous bullshit was said about Brantley. Totally uncalled for.
Yeah, and
I agree with that.
For.
And you know, the guys in there defending Savage. I'm led to believe it's T-Pack, right? And then Savage isn't picking up her phone. I just want you guys to understand where I'm coming from in the moment where I'm saying all this shit and I'm mad as hell.
Well, I did not do that.
I don't blame you for being mad, and it's uncalled for. That should not have been said, whether it was made up or whatever. But you know, T-Pack, it's not T-Pack. I just don't know. You know, you're getting your information from liars anyway. I mean,
yeah, like she's up there saying now. I heard that I live in Ontario.
It's okay for you to be slandered, but not for Brantley. Fuck you, Keem.
Joseph.
Well, who's the who said the slander?
Who?
What is Joe talking about? Who said the slander?
Joseph.
In other words, what he's trying to say is,
I don't want to bring him in.
What he's trying to say, Keem, is okay for y'all to do that to Savage, all that stuff, but it's not okay for somebody to do that to Brantley's.
Because people use it against him, and I'm
Joe, I respect you.
He's watching on TV in there.
Joe, I respect you. When we had the phone call, I told you that I would do my best to fix all this. I had Twiggy up there saying everything he said was a lie, this and that. But then just everyone kept talking rumors about Fat Camp. And it got to a point where it's like, all right, anyone say whatever they want of what happened at Fat Camp at this point, because there's so many goddamn leaks coming from milkers.
No, I will say this. I did not hear Savage saying anything about Fat Camp. What was said about Tina and that she may be passing something at Fat Camp, that was done, if timelines still matter, after you went up there and said that anybody could talk about Fat Camp. Either I got to punish them, punish you all, or it's just a free for all. So have at it. That's pretty much what you said. And Savage went up there right after that and made that comment to Tina. Yep. So she wasn't leaking anything. I've not seen her say anything about Fat Camp. Fat Camp was weeks ago. I don't know why.
Yeah, why did it all have to come out now?
From it.
Why did it have to come out 2 months later? Why did all of this have to come out 2 months later?
Content.
And why would Zolly back pocket that? If she had a problem with what she said about the pirates, and we've been demonized to hell and back, and we were, a lot of us paid for 3 shows over there. Why didn't she say, this is not cool, and get Keem out of the bed and address it right then? Why would you sit on that?
You guys would agree that the person that called into Madhouse is either a pirate or someone trying to frame the pirates, right?
I think they're trying to frame Savage. I 100% think that's happening.
I apologize that I took the bait. I still don't know who it is. Well, I do know because that number is associated with a Cash App account, right? Which I sent to Savage.
Now, I don't know that person. And the 910 number is not near. I'm 252.
Well, they touch each other. Those area codes.
Yeah, but Keem, you've been doing this a long time. You know how trolls are. They hear something and they start working it, and next thing you know, there's a whole thing going on.
100%.
That Tracy Montgomery.
100%.
And then she's going around white nodding now. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I don't even know who that Tracy Montgomery was. I was seeing that, And I'm getting blamed for that to be one of the. I don't even know that person. They were dogging me last week. Dogging.
100%. You know, the Pirates are like a fan group, and there are people that don't like Savage that are pretending to be pirates and attacking us. 100%. Already know it because of the Tracy. That's a great example, right? And that's literally why I'm here, is because, like, dude, heat of the moment. This was why I said what I said. This is why I reacted the way I did, and it's not cool. And if people are lying about Savage at Fat Camp, that's not cool either.
No, it's not. But the damage is kind of done now.
But Savage would never have had you go to
The
Joe.
most insincere apology I'm hearing, bro. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, but she would never have done that, Keem. If she thought that those things
Ray, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, they was like,
I know you don't. I know you don't. That's the
don't
thing. I
give a
know
fuck.
you don't, motherfucker. I know
I
you
don't give
don't.
a fuck.
You've been
I
fake
just-
from day one. This is all for content, money for you, Keem. You don't give a fuck about anyone
I'm on
but
Savage's
yourself,
show.
bro.
I'm on
That's
Savage's
good for
show.
you. So am I.
So
and
this is her content.
okay,
So I don't know what
and
you're
if she
talking
wants
about.
to boot me out, she can.
All I'm saying is, like, let's try to use our brain a little bit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to still
that's
use
gotta
yours,
work
Keem.
I just
on
want
both
the shit to
sides.
stop. I mean, I just wanted to
Oh,
stop.
I'm admitting my faults. That's why I'm here.
Can I ask you
just
something?
heard me say
Can
it.
I ask you something? Because I know my husband's in there watching, and I know he wants me to say something like this. You heard that today. How mad did it make you having one person say something like that about Brantley? Can you imagine what my husband has been going through the past week when my
100%.
ex coworkers have gotten up there, show after show after show, humiliating me.
Yeah, I mean, her mental health's not been
For
great either.
money, for fucking money, Keem. And you know I was loyal to you. You know I was. I didn't never lie to you. I didn't never backstab you. I was loyal.
I agree
as
with all
fuck.
that.
And then you let
Savage,
each
I agree with all
one
that.
of them do that to me. That ain't right, man. So you got what, 5 little minutes of somebody degrading Brantley, and you go irate and want to sue people. But I've been crucified, and then it's gone over into other communities, and I'm a
That's
fucking
Reddit,
laughing
Twitter.
stock.
Got bombshell
Because
down there
of
going
y'all.
and saying it's absolutely me.
T-Pack.
It's
And
just
it's
crazy.
not. It's
T-Pack,
not
can you just give us a
goddamn
minute so we can
cool.
talk directly
Sure.
to each other? Sorry.
It's not cool, man.
I agree with you 100%.
Is that what these were
Savage.
for? Is that what these were for?
No.
It was coming. Did you know
No.
it was coming?
No,
Because you took off to the goddamn Derby and you left all of it out.
the day
You're
that I was
running
trolling
back.
you, the day that I was trolling you and you broke down, that's what those flowers are for. Some to you and Roxy. Remember, I donated and said this is for Zeta and stuff. I was just messing around, trying to make content. But that's what the flowers are about. And then Roxy got in trouble the next day, and then this whole thing happened. Here's the thing. I was not there. I don't know what happened. You know, me and Brantley went to bed early, right? That night at Glammy's wedding. I have no idea what happened. Mike was drunk out of his mind. You know, if that even did happen, none of it had to come out. I don't know why anyone wants to just leak all this stuff and this happened and that. I don't get it. But the one thing that truly bothered me is what was said to Xylee. Now, I talked to you and you confirmed to me that it was said, but it was a joke. And I was just like, dude, we're on like number what?
Why didn't you
7
pull
or
me to
8?
the side like you did Roxy? When you caught Roxy filming and shit, you pulled her to the porch and cussed her ass out and told her she better not do it. If it was such a tender issue for Xylee, fucking ass, weak ass whore, she could have went to you and said, she just said this to me. Can you go talk to her and make sure she won't serious or nothing? No, she waited till 2 months later, had kept it in her back pocket to bring out here and twist and use against to get me the fuck out of here.
The only thing I can think of is I told everyone, stop leaking everyone's personal stuff. If the cameras aren't on, that's like, stop saying, oh, I seen this person doing that. Like, Roxy got in trouble for literally recording people, when the streams and shows weren't going, right? So maybe Xylee didn't say anything about it because I told everyone not to. I told everyone to respect everyone else's privacy.
Well, did she come to you
Nobody
while she was
told
there and
me
mention
what
this?
happened. Nobody let me in on the joke.